Hello folks, welcome to Edupedia World and I am Abhinay Gupta. So today we'll continue with the topic, the producer company. We have already had few lectures on this topic in which we have already discussed the list of the various sections, section 581 and the continuing alphabets. We have seen what are the important sections on which you have been repeatedly asked questions in your past examinations. Then we had discussed section 581A, the definitions of producer, producer company, patronage, patronage bonus, etc. Then we had discussed section 581B, which dealt with the objects of a producer company. There were 11 objects, and any producer company to be incorporated, it has to be any one of them. The object has to be any one of them, right? Then we discussed about section 581C, which was the incorporation procedure, where we had seen who makes the application, what does the registrar check, and how, when, and what happens after it issues a certificate of incorporation, the payment, the reimbursement to the promoters, and etc. Right? So we have dealt in detail with these topics in the previous lectures, and today we'll move a step ahead with the lecture. If you remember, in the previous lecture, while we were discussing about the incorporation of a producer company, we talked about a topic that the producer company is deemed to be a private company, and that is only for utilizing the privileges given to the private company in the Companies Act 1956, but the constraints on the private company will not be applicable on the producer company. Right? So that was the basic description that we had discussed about the difference. So in the lecture today, we'll go ahead and discuss the difference in detail. Right? There are basically 11 points of distinction between a producer company and a private company. Although you have not been asked question on this topic in your previous examinations, but this topic is covered, like this topic covers 3 to 4 pages in your study material, and it has specifically been given. So the difference between a private company and a producer company, although it has not appeared in an examination, may be important. Right? You may not find these differences in the various books of the various authors that students generally follow, but once you pick up the study material issued by the CA Institute, you will find the 11 distinctions. So those 11 distinctions will be dealing in detail today. Right? So to start with, the basic difference between the producer company and the private company is in its incorporation. Right? They have the various, they have different bandwidth and different procedure for incorporation and different requirements too. So when a producer company gets incorporated, it uses the word the producer company limited, whereas on the other hand, when a private company gets incorporated, they use the word as a postfix, which is private limited. Right? That is the nomenclature difference. To incorporate a producer company, you need at least 10 members, the producers whom we call. Right? Whereas in the case of private company, the minimum requirement is just 2. You have a requirement of minimum capital in the private company, which is rupees 1 lakh. There is no such requirement in a producer company. Right? The objects of the producer company is defined in section 581B, and you will have to use any one of those 11 objects as defined in section 581B. But you can have any object in the private company, any object which will be the main object, incidental objects, ancillary objects, and a lot of things. So this is primarily the difference between the private company and the producer company when we talk about its incorporation. Right? And you have seen, and as I already told you, that so far as the provisions are mentioned in section 581, they will remain applicable on the producer company, and they have an overriding effect on the other laws. But if there is a specific topic and section 581 fails to cover it, or there is no specific provision in section 581, then you will have to refer to the respective law, and whatever is given in that law relating to that particular provision, that will be applicable. So wherever you have mentioned in detail, like the requirements of 10 producers using the word producer company, these provisions have been expressly given in the sections, right, about the incorporation. And other things that are not given will pick those points up from the private company, will utilize the privileges of the private company if it is not expressly mentioned in the section, right? next topic is the management. Now, how is the management of a producer company different from the management of a private company? Now, what is the management body of a company? Who are the managers? It is the company, whichever it be, either the producer company or a private company, it is managed by the board of directors. Right? So difference in management will basically reflect the difference in the board of directors. So as far as the producer company is concerned, the minimum requirement, the minimum directors in a private company should be 5 and the maximum limit is 50. Whereas the minimum in a private company is just 2 directors. They can work very well with just 2 directors. Right? Then the tenure for the directors in the producer company is minimum 1 year and a maximum of 5 years. Right? And whereas the tenure of the directors in private company is not fixed by the law. The board of directors in a producer company can appoint an additional director up to the maximum limit of 1/5 of the total number of directors. Whereas in a private company, you can have additional directors, you can have alternate directors, you can have directors for filling up the casual vacancies and all.